Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be...
Mbappe! They've got to be quick to recover this. Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Cruyff. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the tech...
Chance! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So, a breakthrough already. Tries to play it through. He's picked his way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's forced to go back. Messi, very much a man of this moment.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Pele. That's a good ball. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Thuram is the guilty party there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. That has ended up in no man's land. Messi. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, that's clever. Oh, well played. Paris Saint-Germain have it back and can go again. And the pass is intercepted. Great vision. Gullit looking to run onto it. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now this could be a chance. He's had a shot! Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Yeah. And here's Eto'o. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. 30 minutes gone. All the way back. Not the most accurate pass. Lahm. Vitinha. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nedved. Now it's Cruyff. Lahm. Knocks it into space. Could try cutting inside here. And he decides to cross it. Cleared without hesitation.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No, that was never going to make it. That is good alertness. That looks a good ball through. Roberto Carlos. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Roberto Carlos is eyeing up his options in the middle. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Vieira clears it away. And he cuts out the supply. Gets a good foot in there. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Paris Saint-Germain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
They've got a corner here.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Lahm goes short. And he's had it nicked away. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Hullet. Messi. And that's been intercepted. That's a cute ball. Can he latch on to this? Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Roberto Carlos. Cross to the back post. He gets big. Now, who's going to be first to this? Vieira wins the duel this time. Could move up a gear here. Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there. Lahm will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Paris Saint-Germain still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Messi. Ferdinand cuts out the pass. Now he's off and running. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. He's in space and looking for options. Dembele. Lahm. Deep cross. It's a mighty effort! No, not the best of headers.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Numero 3. Numero 13. Eto'o. Numero 14. Lasciano il campo per il numero
That is
22.
lovely.
Il numero 10.
Can he get on the end of this?
Il numero 25.
There's no flag.
Pirlo. Il
He's
numero
cut it out.
8. Owen. Il numero 5.
That has been cut short.
Ibrahimovic.
And that was
Attenzione, un
nowhere
cambio.
near his best. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
And a chance! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to...
It's Pirlo! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that's gone loose. And it's Thuram, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Well spotted.
Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Can he spark a counter here? That's good running with the ball. Roberto Carlos.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Cruyff, showing good feet. Pirlo.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Hullet. Maradona. Tries to pass it, and he shoots! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Looking tidy in possession here. Good read, needed to be. And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. Now that's well seen too. Ibrahimovic. It's Pirlo. Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. Roberto Carlos takes control of it, and he's on the move. He's got away, flings in a terrific header. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Now it's Cruyff. Thuram.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Goes for a shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, what has happened here? Played in deep. Van Dijk with the clearance. Dembele is always scanning the... And that will be it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to...
And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Rui Costa. And it's Bellingham. Now Pirlo. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And this is Ibrahimovic. Rui Costa. Nods have reclaimed it. Passing nice and neat. Great vision. And this is Luis Suarez. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Little pass back. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still...
Header! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, shooting chance! And it sticks it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Seedorf duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's
Ibrahimovic! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
And he was quick to react. And it's Bellingham. Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bellingham. Gives it back. Tries to play it through. Nedved. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Looking to play him in. Oh, well played. Nedved. And the pass is intercepted. Half an hour played now. And it's Lahm. Can he get it through? And this is Pelé. Quick look, then. It's a mighty effort! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lahm. Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Mbappe. Climbs up big! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And again they hit the front. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Luis Suarez! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nantes with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He rises! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Paris Saint-Germain looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Nedved, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. And it's Bellingham. Rui Costa. Pirlo. Now it's Gullit. And it's Pirlo. He's not got that quite right. Now, can they get him away? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Nantes clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Il y aura 2
Rui
minutes de
Costa.
temps additionnel.
Tries to pass it through. Suarez is flagged offside. Pirlo makes the interception. Bellingham. Rui Costa is always scanning the pitch for targets. And there's the end of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too
Changement
complacent.
pour le Paris
They
Saint-Germain.
need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. And we are already promptly back underway. Played out wide. Flashing. Oh, smashing header! It's in! How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Paris Saint-Germain take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Now it's Seedorf. Seedorf goes for goal! That's been cut out, well played.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Nedved, and they can counter here. Looking for a runner. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's through here. Bellingham is onto this. Lahm defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's a good spell of possession, this. And this is Gullit. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Gullit. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Paris Saint-Germain still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Gullit. Now it's Rui Costa. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gullit. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Luis Suarez. Suarez going face-to-face with his great rival. Nedved. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Gullit. Luis Suarez.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Toure gets across to intercept that. And now the breakaway. Now it's Gullit. Pirlo. Nicely worked. Rui Costa. Ball driven towards the far post. Van Dijk clears it away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 16, Lam.
And here's
Le numéro
Schneider.
26, le numéro
It's going to be
21,
another throw.
Ibrahimovic. À leur place, le numéro 8,
Oh,
Pirlo.
facing up to his
Le
adversary,
numéro 5,
this is a
le
formidable
numéro 7,
matchup. Schneider
Cristiano
picks it up out
Ronaldo.
wide.
Attention, changement.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The final 5 minutes. Eze. Gullit. Searching pass he's played there.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Eze. Eze, he's picked his way through.
Temps
That's
additionnel,
tidy.
1 minute.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. Now it's Dembele. And this is Pirlo. He's shifting through the gears here. Delivers the ball. A header! Oh, it's gone in!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen.
And that's that. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all.